Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for checking out episode 2. Between episodes, I went through and started dot mapping some more, which is when you Alt-S and start naming areas, basically, figuring out where you want to be. And I figured out where I want some more cities, so I want a cloth and food one there. I think I can make that a big food city, mostly. We're gonna have a cloth and cigar one there, and we're gonna have a silver and cloth one here. So that'll get us out to 5 cities. I tend to aim for between 3 and 5 cities, depending on how big of an army I'm going to want by the end. So we're going to go with 5 for this one. I really do recommend with this leader specifically that you try and get 5 cities because your rebel sentiment is going to be very, very important. Don't remember how well I've gone over that, but we will be going over it later. So my immediate goal is actually to attack the Inca and kill them off. Looks like they've got 2 cities that we've discovered. This one right on my border, and then their capital up there of Cuzco. Because the treasure you get from pillaging the Inca and the Aztec is a lot. And also we want to train up our army, and you're going to have to do that through fighting. We're likely going to kill the Tupi at some point, but not immediately. They're prosperous and indulgent. Yeah, prosperous is... Yeah, I want to kill them too then. I got lucky having both of them there. Prosperous is the one that makes you get a lot of money from their treasure, so we're going to get rich killing them. Which means I want a military quickly. King of Spain, will you give me some? He'll give me a cannon. Okay, that's good. We want that cannon. Okay. You're going to give me a settlement? I'm going to say... I'm going to say no right now. He's trying to give me this one. Because I'm probably going to want to get a few more farmer specialists out of that before I say yes. I will eventually allow him to start just giving me cities, because his entire country outside of, like, here and here is on land that I want. And he'll consider it less encroachy if he's given me those settlements. So just going to pick up that rum, and this place is also producing rum, so we're going to grab rum from there. We got our soldier here. Right, that was the soldier we just had ferried down there. Okay, we'll bring him up to what will be the front line soon. And I guess we'll just have those automated for now, it doesn't matter. We're not selling anything to the locals at the moment. Pick up some more rum, and sail to Europe. And when we get to Europe, we'll already have a silver miner there. We'll have something else, because we're getting enough immigration, and we'll have our cannon. We could train, get a seasoned scout up here, because we got no one scouting right now. I might want to do that. Not entirely sure. Okay, so you're out of wood. I think I might have been behind on that. So, we're starting to settle into that weird part of the game, where it's hard to decide on exactly what you'll want to do next. At this point of the game, the most important thing is just to do your best to identify what the weaknesses of your colony are, and what your goals are. We've already finished the race for the really good early Founding Fathers. I lost out on one of the best ones, Peter, forget his other name, where is he? Trade. Discount on recruiting units in Europe, one of the best ones in the game. I missed out on that. It's actually the only one the English has, unfortunately. So it was a shame to miss out on that one. You know what, move all of you up there. And we got a converted native again to help with our population. That's actually very important. I think I'm going to send him up there to help kickstart that city for now. Right, so main issues that we're running into right now that are holding back our colony. Population, of course. We could always use more population. I would like our army to be bigger, because I plan to get killing soon. Okay, I actually want, as much as I'd like to go with the distiller first, we have a silver miner and we have a silver mine, so this one's a bit of a no-brainer. Other problems of the colony, our land is very underdeveloped, we've hardly done any tile upgrades, we really could use more pioneers. And, our capital city of Isabella, is not terribly productive. Main issues here being that we're not really working many ground tiles, we're not turning it into very many things. The city's gonna be guns and food, mind you, so there's not a whole lot to do. I don't really need a discount on that, I feel like that'd be a waste. And never pick up 3 indentured servants, that seems like quite a waste to me. I'd rather save up those points. And for someone working the land, we're gonna start going into starvation if we do anything other than food. And we have a great food tile right here, so I'm gonna use that to help supplement the food for now. Now what I'm actually gonna do here is we're gonna take one of our guys and give him a manual trade route. First we need to set up our imports and exports, and I'll explain during the course of this why it is that I usually like to have one coastal city. Aside from defensive purposes, but because it's such a snaky continent, that makes it very difficult. So, with our capital city, or our main coastal city, for those of you playing along at home who have just one coastal city, which is likely your capital, you want to import food, every raw good, and manufactured good that is like a sales good. So the only thing we're not importing would be... We're not importing lumber, we're not importing tools, guns, horses, or trade goods. We're also exporting every single raw good and manufactured good, either the ones that we are not importing. So we're not exporting food, that's the only one that we're importing but not exporting. The whole point of this is to bring all of our food to one place, so we hit that 200 food mark over and over and over. Gonna hit left or right arrow there to go to the next city. We want to set up our imports and exports. Now, normally, this is one of the reasons I don't like having the coastal cities, I would just hit export food and it would be smart enough to send the food straight to my other city. Instead, automated trade ships might pick up the food and try and sell it in Europe, where it's basically valueless. So, that's frustrating. Regardless, we do need to set it to export, so it's a minor price to pay. I have the 20 there, by the way, just so it'll always retain 20 food, just in case of, like, famine. And either than that, tell it to send everything it can to the capital. Or just to sell it. It's not importing anything. And we're going to go ahead and assign a trade route. We're going to automate it to a certain trade route, which this is a mess here. It gets really bad when you have a lot of cities. It's one of the things that really got cleaned up in the fan mod of the authentic colonization, but we want food from Santo Domingo to Isabella. And now you can actually put multiple of these if you want to. I'll do rum. It'll transfer food and rum back and forth. And Caravel, yeah, just pick up the rum at both places and get out of here. The main reason why you would want to, and I'll just tell it to go back to Europe after. Main reason why you would want to send all your rum to one place is just so you can have all your trade goods in one place, so your ships only need to make one stop and don't waste time. We're actually going to leave this one cannon back in our capital, just so it's got some kind of protection. And after this on the build queue, we're going to go ahead and get a stockade so it has defenses. That 50% defense you get from it is very, very powerful for fighting off the natives who are not very good at attacking the cities. And that stacked with our 25% bonus we have for our Founding Father is very good. As long as you have a unit in the city that is not super weak or super wounded, you don't really need to worry about being taken over by the natives, although the natives can still completely waylay your countryside. So that there's still that to worry about. So we have our silver miner. You can, of course, go up to the Silver City. Not the Silver City, not as in the Canadian theater chain. Don't know if it's in any other country. Don't want a free caravel. It's a waste. He gave me some free cotton. Appreciate it, although I don't make anything there. I can still sell it, whatever. And I'm just keeping an eye on this. Next turn we want to actually buy it out just to get the tools. We'll have a scout and a distiller for free. The distiller is especially nice. Grenadier promotion. This is one of those iffy ones, and also one of the reasons why I said before that I forget which leader it was. I think it was de Frontenac. is such a weak leader, the French militarist leader. This very easy to get founding father here gives you his ability, so makes him pretty valueless. Alright, it's doing the vertical scroll on this one. I forgot. That's really irritating. Gives you Grenadier 1 promotion, which, as we can see here, it's settlement attack. I don't really feel like it's required. I'm actually not going to take it because I don't want to waste those points, those military points specifically. Whereas with John here, +1 cross per town hall, and every city automatically has a town hall. Really what this means is 1 extra cross per city. In the long run, it's not much, but early on, this gets you a lot faster immigration. I'm going to take him. And we're starting to pick up guys like him because we actually have a church and are producing crosses now. So we're going to go ahead and put him, the silver miner, on the silver mine, getting 2 a turn, which will get us actually a lot of money because each individual silver is worth so much. But once we get a pioneer to build a mine on there, we'll be getting 4 a turn, which is much more lucrative. Oh, shit, did I miss that? Or did they have the tools? They must have had the tools. No, they didn't have the tools. Okay. I'm going to buy that out for a small lump sum of gold. And there we go. They have their massive production bonus now. They're making 19 production a turn at the moment. Rebel Sentiment helps with that, of course, which is why you really want those Elder Statesmen. Rebel Sentiment increases your production of everything, including your strength once you've declared the Revolutionary War. Now that we have a road between those two places, we can move units between them much faster, very useful. We've got that stockade done in 1 turn. And now that we're starting to import things into our capital, we want to get a warehouse so we can hold 200 of our resources instead of just 100, because we don't want to start losing it on resources. Got some money there. Pick up our people and start sailing back. And spend 20 gold. It'll take 8 turns, but we can get a silver mine up there, which will be incredibly useful. Also building these stockades are military buildings, which means that we get a small bonus to our military points. We get some military points for doing that, which, of course, we're really trying to save up at the moment. We can see someone was picked up there by John Adams, who tends to really snag a lot of those, founding fathers. Looks like a really early one he must have taken. Oh, he took one of the junk ones. Reveals burial grounds and ancient ruins. Yeah, we haven't found where his country is since we wiped it out. He resettled somewhere because he's got a score again. Adrian, you want to bury the hatchet? Give me... You don't have any money, but you'll give me a map. And the map told me where they have resettled. Basically the same spots. Wow. Well, thank you for the map. That is going to be your undoing. Isabella's out of... Right, I need to be more on top of that. Although I'm only getting a surplus of 3 a turn now, which shows you that I'm efficiently using my wood for production, which is very good. We also have another population there very soon due to the food trade. So we've got our warehouse done, which I believe gives us a few trade points. Not much, but it's something. Next, I'm thinking of taking an early cathedral. An early cathedral is the most upgraded religious building. This allows us to produce a lot of crosses per turn, and it'll really skyrocket our population. So we're going to start building a cathedral in the capital. And I'd really like a firebrand preacher at some point. A firebrand preacher is an absolutely wonderful unit. I'm going to have him just auto-explore. Because we have never had a proper scout go through and talk to everyone. And you are the big rum place, so we're going to send the distiller up there. A firebrand preacher is the elder statesman of the church, gives you lots of crosses. This skyrockets your population early on, as well as skyrockets your religious points for religious founding fathers. Mind you, there are a lot of religious founding fathers that are kind of junky and you never really need them. But, hey, anything to give yourself that kind of advantage. Okay, we're about ready for this war. We have a decent amount of cannons here and everything. And cannons are really what matters the most when it comes to fighting off the natives, because that's what's going to wipe out the settlements for you. Your actual veteran soldiers are mostly just for guarding the cannons. Okay, I'm actually going to put him up there, and we're going to move you because we can afford to now. So we're making 5 rum a turn here now. And after the stockades, we're likely going to have you go on wood for now. After the stockades, we're likely going to have him start going on to making a distillery and making that a proper trades good town. By rolling cigars and brewing rum. Stockades have to go up first, though. So now that we've done this, we're going to leave 1 soldier behind there to help defend the town. And I kind of don't want to spend the money to buy that out. Right now, we're trying to save up a little bit for a big purchase in Europe. We got our free colonist. I almost say great every time because I want to say like great scientist or something like that. For now, I don't really have a clear direction for him right now. We have a lot of surplus food here, so I think I'll have him do something here. In fact, I think I'll have him draw up some more support in Bells. No. In fact, there's an idea. I could probably use the food more just to help kickstart our food production. So we're actually going to have him go down to the Iroquois land and learn how to farm. Okay, it's going to tell us every turn that we're out of sugar, because we're using it more faster than we produce it. It's just one of those things that's often going to happen. It's irritating, but you're going to have to learn how to live with it. It's annoying. You've done a few turns of lumber, so you can get back to speeding up that stockade so we can do this war already. And in 1 turn, we're going to get another immigrant, so we're going to wait for that one, because we've got some good ones available here. We do not have the 2,000 we need for a Firebrand Preacher. It's unfortunate. You can get those things so much cheaper. You can get those things so much cheaper if you just get lucky. I'd also like another Caravel soon. Main reason why I want another Caravel at the moment is to have one always scouting, although a privateer also works well for that. I'm going to have him learn amongst the natives. So, in a certain amount of turns that we don't know, but there's a rough production thing there, in a certain amount of turns, it'll actually, he'll come out as a farmer for free, which is awesome. It's one of the many advantages of allying with the natives. Okay, so you're here now. Yeah, pick them both up. You are probably going to be... Yeah, I want another pioneer. We're going to have him as a makeshift pioneer. Spent a little bit of gold on that, but it's worth it, because we're working our tiles very slowly, only having 1 pioneer, and it's not even a hardy one. But we have our stockade up here now. We have a stockade in both cities, and we have at least... Oh, no, we don't have a unit defending that, do we? I thought we did. Did I accidentally send my only unit defending that away? Whatever. This soldier's going to have to do double duty then. I doubt they're going to walk past him anyway. Can he get between these 2 cities in 1 turn? He can get between them in 2 turns. Okay. I'll just have to be very vigilant. Alright, let's check our diplomacy map real quick. He does not have a defensive pact with anyone. Okay, let's declare this war. Split the group, and no bombarding needs to be done. It's a native settlement, and our victory chance is very high. Now, we could attack and would probably win here, but I'm going to defend anyways, just because it would be a valuable unit to lose, and they only have 1 unit left in there to kill. And we can take our usual canister shots. And good, I brought the medic one to keep them in battle longer. Sending the treasure back home, that'll be very valuable. And that is the Tupi people. Okay, I'm okay with them. We're on good terms. Strange that they have one of their ships so far down there. Okay, we're going to send the Great Farmer just to... Actually, you know, we could send it up there and work that tile right there, then put a farm on it later, and that would give us a lot. Okay, it would take you 3 turns to heal right now. It's best we heal before we move out. This is a very, very valuable one I actually forgot about. +1 movement for Caravel's merchantmen and galleons. That is every trade ship. That +1 movement is huge.